John Collins and his team. Once again, John Collins, I have taken a small video clip from John Collins, devilish work. I have taken one piece of video where there he speaks about the bridge, Municipal bridge, and he has some of the blueprint that taken from, I don't know where, he says that from Wikipedia or something like that he was saying. It looks like a bridge, and some people were there, and it mentioned that bridge successfully that accomplished the work. So many things telling, but we are not concerned of the blueprint or anything what it says in there. In the long time back, very in the old time, this devil picked some kinds of invention and digging. Devil is a digger. He digged the bone and he digging. He started to dig Moses' body, but he could not find. He was started to dig Moses. He could not find Moses. So similarly, he could not find any such things. Therefore, that these people are disproving. Actually, what Brother Branham had seen, the visions, and most of the visions, they are disproving. They are saying that those visions are not there. He lied. They say that Brother Branham lied and all those things. Brother Branham is not a liar. To be honest with you, he never lied. Whatever visions he saw and he told and he prophesied, nothing was failed. Some will going to take place. Most of the visions and prophecies will be fulfilled in the days to come, and we are waiting for that. It is not going to be fulfilled immediately. Soon after we'll have. So we should not be a skeptic of those things. We should not. The devil only the skeptic, and that this John Collins has a big team, like devils. All are anointed of the devil, and so we know that John Collins' work is that only because. But yet we won the battle. We are won the battle because most of the YouTubes I have already published from my channel, and people see whether the people watch or don't watch. We are not concerned that, but we are keep on publishing those things. Maybe today or maybe tomorrow the people will watch those things and they will realize these lies of the devil. This is the biggest lie of the devil. So therefore, what I do now, that I am going to play what he says about the municipal bridge, and their unbelievers. They say this fellow. I don't know. He was not born that time, but anyhow, some of the paper cuttings and all those things, he was proving that bridge is over, and the bridge really collapsed according to Brother Branham. I am going to play the audio of William Branham, where William Branham told that bridge, 16 men were died, everything. That is totally, it is fulfilled, and we know that, and this liar saying that, and immediately some people are commented his YouTube that, oh, John Collins, now our eyes is open. How much lie William Branham? William Branham cannot be a liar. If William Branham is a liar, then Jesus must be a liar. Then God must be a liar. All right? So God should be a liar. So there is nowhere we can prove that William Branham is a liar. You see, let me tell you something. I watched one of the YouTubes of Christian Prince. That is Christianity and Muslims. That debates are going on so wonderfully. That fellow actually Muslim, and he was a professor. He studied all the. After that, he was he came to he studied the Bible. Then he found there is a great truth is in the Bible. So that man, I don't know whether he heard William Branham. If he is hearing William Branham, surely he will accept that message. such a people are there outside of the in the world, such a people are there. So that Christian Prince is proving, and nobody can defeat him in the matter of Bible. Such a way he is explaining. I'm giving the example. So therefore, Brother Branham is a powerful prophet. Nobody can defeat his prophecy or vision or anything, because those things are true, and still it is true. People are not believing; they are unbelievers. They are anointed of the devil. So I'm going to play this John Collins. Then after that you will hear what Brother Branham says about that. God bless you.
If two bodies are buried in these caissons, in these pillars that hold the bridge up, think of what happens when a body decomposes. Now you've got a void the size of a human body, and two of them. And he said the structural integrity of this pillar won't even hold the weight of the bridge. It would just completely collapse. So
Wow.
he had me go pull the architectural drawings.
Wow.
And on my website, you can type in bridge architectural drawings and you can see what we found. But it's what happened while I was getting those that will blow your mind.
So let's talk about that for a minute, because you said you had something that you had to share that about that incident that people need to know.
Yeah, so I'm in the library. The family who did all the research, they actually found these drawings before I did, but they told me where to go. So I'm in the library and I'm standing in front of a copy machine, and there's a table over here. I've got the books open. There's a few different things that I'm copying. I had my laptop set it leaned up right next to the copy machine, and in the laptop had in the bag I had the laptop. I had all of my equipment. I'm an IT consultant, so I had quite a bit of equipment in this bag. And I get the book, I make a copy, I turn back and get a different book. When I turn back to the copy machine, my bag, everything in it is gone.
Wow.
Completely gone. And I'm not, because it is how I make my living, I'm very careful with this. I literally had it right next to me. I mean, not 2 feet away from me, because I'm watching this bag with every move.
Right.
I never dreamed that I would turn back and it be gone. But the library security and myself, we went aisle by aisle.
That was my first vision, sitting out there under a big silver poplar tree in the front yard where two stands yesterday, standing out there in the front of that place. I seen something like yesterday afternoon, a feeling coming up on me that I didn't know what it was. And a little bit, I moved off and I looked and I seen moving up out of those bushes down by the river, and along there came a big bridge and it spanned across the river. I seen men dropping off of it and losing their lives. Now I went in and told Mama. She said, "Honey, you went to sleep." I said, "Mama, I was not asleep." I said, "I was sitting there. I had a funny feeling, Mama." I said, "Oh, I'm scared, Mama. What's the matter with me?" She said, "Oh, you're just nervous, honey." I said, "Mama, something, I don't want to feel this way. And it was something moving. And just he wrote it down, and 22 years from that time, the municipal bridge which spans the Ohio River went across at the same place, and the same amount of men dropped off the bridge and lost their lives. Just exactly. From that, he was
happened that I was to not to smoke or drink or defile my body in any way. There would be a work for me to do when I got older. Well, it was years and years after that. How did I know I'd be a minister? I hated the thought of a preacher. But it happened anyhow. It goes to show He keeps His word. 17 years after He appeared to me there in the bush, we find out next day after that, He showed me a bridge crossing a river, spanning it. Showed 16 men drop off. I told Mama, sitting against a tree, looked at it. She said, "You went to sleep, honey." I said, "No, I never, Mama. I watched it." Exactly 17 years from that day, the municipal bridge at Jeffersonville spanned it over to Kentucky, and the 16 men lost their life on it, just exactly like it said. Oh, so did Mr. Unbeliever has tempted me all along. And may I just call the attention to this blind prosecutor about Jesus being here with nail scars in His hand. He never said such a thing as that. He said when He returns from heaven that it would, every knee should bow and every eye would see Him and every tongue would confess. He only promised that.
About 4 days after that, it appeared to me and a strange feeling came upon me, as it always does. And I've seen the municipal bridge at Jeffersonville cross, come up out of the wilderness on the hill where I was standing and cross the river. I've seen 16 men fall off of it. They put that down. And 22 years from that day, the municipal bridge spanned the river at the same place, and 16 men lost their life on it. And just things like that. It's nothing I can do in myself. It's just what He shows me is all I can speak. The only thing that any true man of God could ever say was what God would put in His mouth to say. Outside of that, it would totally be a failure.
In a trance, as I called it, seen the municipal bridge cross the Ohio River, seen 16 men lose their life on it. 22 years from that day, the municipal bridge crossed at the same place, and 16 men lost their life in it. At Greens Mill one night, not knowing what this all was about. Later, I become a minister to serve the Lord. At Greens Mill one night, my pastors had just told me, I'd tell them about being able to see things, and they told me it was the devil. Me being a Christian, I didn't want nothing to do with the devil. Not at all. So I went up there and said, "Lord, I can't go through life like this." And I sat there at a little place way back at a fishing camp praying. One night there, as Lord had spoke to me at a tree like He did to Moses, then here on this Greens Mill, there come a man in and told me that not to try to ask to get rid of this, but it was a gift sent from God.
Brother, and I thought I got sick. Some real funny feeling came on me. I went and sat down by the side of the tree. And I looked down at the river, and there went a bridge, a great big bridge going across the river. And I counted 16 men that fell off of that bridge and drowned. And I went and told Mother. And I told her I'd seen it. And they thought I was crazy or something. They thought I was just a little nervous, hysterical child. And 22 years from that time on the same ground went the municipal bridge across, and 16 men lost their lives on it. See? Wasn't nothing. If God sent it, your prayers brought it, see? And there may be the man sitting in this building right now, that divine prophet that's coming. He may claim things. There's lots of fanaticism usually follows these things. Beware of it. I'm warning you before it comes. But God will testify of His gift.